Close your eyes and find the light. You got nothing left to lose tonight. In the end, we'll see a change.
Morning Connor, morning Isaac. Just give me 2 seconds. Something's gone wrong with the notifications. So just give me 2 seconds and I will get it all sorted. It's just not working to Twitter at the minute. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We've had a little bit of technical issues this morning. Looks like YouTube doesn't want to send notifications to Twitter, so yeah, I apologise for that. I've had to just manually send out some tweets, so hopefully, have no fear, Sneaky's here. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, the Sneaky Sin, and my chair's not logging. Better. Right, yeah. So I'm just curious. Have all you guys come in from YouTube notification, or did you just know that I stream at this time, so you just come in that way? Because I've had to manually send out the tweets to Twitter this morning, which is a pain in the backside because it's supposed to be all automated, yada yada yada. First world problems, I know, but yeah. But thank you very much everyone for coming and starting off the stream in here. And we're going to be getting a good one going off first. YouTube notification, yeah. YouTube notifications, I'm going to say this now and watch it not work for the next week. So far, for the past, what, 2 or 3 weeks, YouTube notifications have been on point for my channel. So I'll be happy, so I'm good with that. I am very good with that. It's just always seems to be, the bit that goes wrong for me is the bit between YouTube and Twitter. I might have to reconnect my account, but we'll see. Hope you've all been well this week. Hope you've all had a good week. What have you been up to? Are you looking forward to the England game tomorrow? Well, those of you who are English. And what have you made of the tournament so far? I think this second round of games has thrown up a lot more surprises and different results than what I've expected. Good morning, Ricky. Come back from Swanage. Good morning, Scholar, as well. Thank you very much for coming and joining, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the salute going. Salute in the chat. Yeah, I'm starting to sound like a bit of an idiot, aren't I? But sorry, I'm having fun. That's the main important thing. It's top versus second. Burnley are top. They're 12 points clear of us. We have got a game in hand, so we can get that down to 9. But if we beat them now, we can effectively be only 6 points off them. So it should be good. So let's go and beat them. Because we're West Ham. They're Burnley. I know they've got Sean Dyche as manager, but come on. We've got Joe Cole. So yeah, we're terrible. Come. Yeah, X troubles are never good, but the further you get through life, those X troubles become jokes you can tell with your friends when you get older. Yeah, I'll be 9 points behind with this win, but if I win the game in hand, I'll be effectively 6 points behind. That's where my mind was going. If I didn't say that, then yeah. Switzerland versus Serbia was your favourite game. I honestly missed the second half. I missed the second half of that game. I saw the first game. I saw the first half, and then I saw the highlights this morning. And Raccas' goal, cheap. That was a flipping great game. Yeah. The Swiss one, yeah, that sounds like a typical Swiss result, that does, Harry. The Swiss won 2-1, 2-2. It's raining at London Stadium. I'm going to tell you this now, and I might even change my mind before tomorrow's stream about this, but I think England are going to draw tomorrow against Panama. Oh, lovely ball to the back post! I think we're going to draw. Oh, Osorio! Great save from Heaton. Shaqiri, that's a good move. What? Hang on. Sneaky, can I just confirm something? Does that mean Newcastle are going to spend money in the transfer market? And I mean, actual money? Because I think that would be the shock of the summer. Oh, Solanke's in! Solanke scores! Yeah, just cut off Solanke's face with the GIF. There's never a good place to put that GIF, is there, really? I wonder if I can move that to the side. Right, give me 2 seconds. I've got to leave it on. So that's that. Hang on, I haven't got the chat anymore, have I? So we can put that underneath there. What do you reckon, chat? Does that look alright? Should I go there? That's, yeah. I mean, the full rebuild. The full rebuild that you would need to become title contenders, possibly in today's money, would be 100 million for what, 3 players? But for your team, he'd be a great signing. But the one thing you'd have to put up with is you'd have a right stroppy bugger. Are you gonna look into keep Mitrovic? What just the rumours? Are you gonna be trying to keep Mitrovic or get rid of him? He did really well at Fulham last year. Could battling by Foyth. Oh, Sancho drops the shoulder. Tries to stop it through. Harrison on his right foot over the bar. Yeah, of course, Harry. Of course, and we would love for your birthday to be topped off with an England win. I've got watching the first half of England v Panama. Belgium versus Panama. Yes, they tied in the second half. So if we are going to win it, we're going to win it in the second half. But the amount of pressure that Panama put on, like even Hazard to start off with. I mean, they just kicked lumps out of him. And Hazard's the kind of player that doesn't react to that, and he doesn't get fazed by it. He just goes, yeah, okay, that'll do. We'll just carry on. We'll just carry on. I'll just keep running. You just keep kicking me, and I'll just keep putting the ball past you. So you're going to get sent off or something like that. Our players aren't that mentally strong to do that. Great goal from Solanke again. You know, I think that say he does that. Say Sterling and Ali are there. I say if Panama do that to Sterling, to Ali, even to Rashford and Lingard, they're not going to have the same attitude of Hazard of like saying, right, you're kicking me, which means I'm doing something good, which means I'm just going to keep running at you and I'm just going to keep going at you. They will shrink and they will go into their shell. So I just think that if Panama come out with the same tactics about kicking us, we're not going to have the same... We're not going to have the same fight in us to go and beat them as what Belgium did. That's what I'm worried about. That's the England of old. Oh, this is Messi's last World Cup, 100%. But Switzerland winning yesterday, and sorry, Nigeria winning yesterday helped them. helped them. It really did, because I thought Iceland looked impressive in the first half, and then second half Nigeria, full credit to them, come out like an absolute steam train and rolled over him. Musa proving what he did at Moscow. Oh, great tackle by Rujani. I've missed chat for a little bit. See Mitro going, but his value has shot up, so not bad. Personally, I like him. He needs a team to play his style. Agreed. Agreed. Sell will be way soon. I'd want 30 million plus. What potential targets you see? For, I mean, obviously, Scholar's put in that Arsenal would be a target, but I don't think they would look at him, to be honest with you. Oh, it's a good ball in. Oh, it's a good ball in. Sancho! You've got a 50 pence head. You have got a 50 pence head, Sancho. Chelsea and Arsenal. Arsenal, yeah. Oh, no, sorry, Chelsea, yeah, probably. Chelsea just like converting fullbacks, don't they, really, into other things. I can't really speak because that's what Vale have done this year, but... Well, they've converted a winger into a fullback.
Really trying to use the full width of the pitch here to make some progress.
Tried to fizz it in. Yeah. And okay, here's an interesting topic for you. I mean, the Russian Premier League has a rule that 4 or 5 of the starting 11 of the clubs in all the Premier League games have to have Russian-born players. Would that work in the Premier League? Not obviously not right now, but would it work to promote English talent in the Premier League, do you think? The only people that seem to look in this country for their own players are made Premier League worse. In what way, Ricky? In what way? And I'm thinking purely from a national team perspective rather than just the Premier League. I'm not talking about because I'm not talking about the Premier League, but I'm talking about the national team. Because the problem we have, and don't get me wrong, this national team in a minute looks like they've got some fight in them, and we've got some good young players coming through. But the biggest problem we have is that none of our youngsters are getting to that Premier League. It's like you look at the 17, 18, 19-year-olds in the under-20s, under-21s. How many of them are getting game time at a decent standard? Like say first team championship, around the first team in the Premier League. Well, Phil Foden's one that gets there. Why can't you? That's the question I'm asking. Russia did it. Spain have a similar rule. We used to have a rule in the Premier League up until the late 90s, I believe, that you could only have 4 non-EU players in the club. But it's like if it's an objective that the FA wanted to take to try and breed, trying to breed a better competitive, why can't we do it? And I'm only asking the question. They want to benefit themselves. That's agreed, but they play it under the English FA. Yes, there would be some sticklers, and there will be some stick in the muds. Okay, Maitland-Niles. Foden had played 5 Premier League games this season because he got his thing. Yeah, but it's like, how many of those were Premier League games? I can understand he played a lot of cups. And that's again, the only reason why I bring it up is I don't necessarily think it should be done. I think there should be a concession. I think there should be a concession to have some of those young players in the team, not necessarily forced to play them, but they've got to play. It's like a portion of games. You know what I mean? Not saying you must have 5 players in the team. Fair enough, they've got to have so many under the age of 21 or homegrown players in the 25-man squad, but he doesn't say anything about matchday squad. Oh, again, I completely agree with what you're saying, Ricky. Completely agree. Yes, there has got to be some kind of quality there. 15 in the league, 9 in Europe. Thank you for that, Scholar. So that's one. That's one who played a nice chunk. 15 in the league out of a 1938 game season. Yeah, that's a large chunk. That's nearly half. So yeah. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I'm just asking the question because I think that we need to have some kind of. Rashford I do and I don't. I do count Rashford, but also I don't count Rashford because he's been a senior. He's now a senior in the England setup. And he only broke through because of injuries. So, obviously, he was given the opportunity when injuries come around. And he was not known before. I mean, I never heard of him before then. It's like, obviously, some of the young players now, like, say, Phil Foden. You've got... I keep forgetting the guy's name. The flipping captain of the under-17 or under-20s. Josh Onomer as well. Osorio. This is Burnley are top. What on earth am I doing with Harrison? But yeah, I'm just wondering if there could be a way. Commercial things aside, don't you think that if there's a chance of us potentially getting some of these young players, now we've got a golden youth generation that have won tournaments at youth level. We've got World Cup winners, we've got European Cup runner-up, or the other way around. Don't you think now is the time to looking at focusing at trying to get some of these players into the team or into the Premier League teams? Not necessarily forcing the way in, but guiding the hand, so to speak. Because, yes, it might not be. I will say that I will just put a little caveat on the quality, saying the quality's not there, and people want proven talent, which is why they will go to abroad, which is why they will go abroad to go and get players. Yeah, that's fine, and I think that. Yes, we have good young players with a lot of potential, but we don't have a system for where those potential... I mean, look at Chelsea over the years, stockpiling raw talent. and not letting them out. I mean, Loftus-Cheek is a prime example. Loftus-Cheek is a good football player. Yes, he's not Chelsea standard, but why did Chelsea have him for so long on their books? Chelsea just stockpiled talent and created a bottleneck that no matter what was going on, them players were not coming out of that system and being able to play for Chelsea. But they were also having their development stunted by being part of that team. That's kind of what I'm getting at, and what I wish I'd started that earlier. But that's kind of what I'm getting at. Is that maybe not force them into playing it, but force more rules on stockpiling talent. And getting that, instead of stockpiling them, if they do actually buy the players, they've got to play X many games. Because Loftus-Cheek, just think of what Loftus-Cheek could have done if he'd gone to Crystal Palace 2 years ago. He could have developed a lot quicker. Look what Dele Alli did when he moved from MK Dons to Tottenham. They took a chance on him. Loftus-Cheek is of the same ilk as Dele Alli. He may not have the same quality as him, but he has that edge. Yep, and that's the thing. Loans are good, but if the club, I mean, that's a good goal from Burnley, but it's only a consolation 86th minute. And that's the worrying thing, that I think that we're going to have these players like Ryan Brewster and players of that nature. I mean, Lookman as well has gone out on loan, which I'm a little bit surprised with. And I hope that under Marco Silva, you'll get a chance maybe to come back in and play. Because I do rate Lookman. He's raw and he needs a lot of work. He needs more game time, definitely at the Premier League level, to stay there. But I think he can stay there. Calvert-Lewin as well. He's one that's, again, not great, but given some more time. And yes, he did get a lion's share of games this year, and hopefully he will get some more. Well, you know, and again, as Ricky said, he disagrees, and it's his opinion. I think we need to do something. That's my opinion. You know, it's... What's going on? And the music. Are you guys still hearing music? I keep getting error messages. I think it's still playing in my headphones, but I don't know whether it's an error message with it coming through to stream. Okay, cool. What do I think about Argentina in the World Cup? Are they going to be eliminated? Security. I honestly hope they get knocked out, and the only reason why I want them to get knocked out is because I think that Nigeria/Iceland are a more exciting team to watch right now. Iceland for the fans, and the fact that just watching them go mental is always good fun. Nigeria, when they actually want to play, are very energetic and could cause teams problems with the pace that they've got on the field. Argentina just look lackluster, and honestly, I want to say boring. I want to say they look boring. So I would like Argentina to go out on those rules alone. And I completely agree with you. Completely agree with you. Well, that's all down to the agreement. Obviously, we can't say what kind of agreements. I mean, there are rumours that when people go out on loan, they get minute limits. So they're only not exactly say they demand how many games they're playing, but they say that they can only play X many minutes a game. There was a rumour. Again, this was a rumour, and it was proven not to be true. That Ben Whitfield, who come to Vale last year, after his January move, he was rumoured to only be able to play a maximum of 60 minutes. That was a rumour. It was disproven, but there are kind of deals like that going about. And yes, there are. I know some clubs do recall people from loan earlier because their players are not playing. Especially, say, if you send a player to League 2. Say Arsenal send a player to League 2 for development and he's not playing 70% of the games. You can understand 1 or 2 games he's missing, but, you know, if he's missing 70%, if he's playing 70% of the games, then he'll play. He'll be a part of the loan agreement. Now, I'm playing this one because it's the FA Cup. So that means I'm simming the next 2 league games. We usually play one, sim one, play one, sim one. But we're trying to win the FA Cup this year. Or at least do our best. If we get knocked out through playing, then I've only got myself to blame. Rather than blaming the simulation. Simming all the other cups. We'll just see if we can get there. Because if we can get close to the final, or if we can get into the final or whatever, or even win it, then we are in Europe for next year when we go into the Premier League.
Carry them through here with another win. Let's have a look at the way Bolton Wanderers are going to play today with these players. The system that we think they're going to go with is 4-5-1. That one striker will need a bit of support.
Yeah, you do not want him to be left isolated, otherwise...
Good tackling from Abita.
West Ham United's lineup is this.
I think it looks that way, Martin. Yes, it's the conventional shape. It's the one that the manager prefers.
Berg's just having Amiobi on the plate right now.
The players who
Harrison into Osorio.
today, Aaron Smith's certainly going to do that.
Just looking at the...
Osorio's got the space to run into. Osorio, just like he did in the flipping first game, hits the bar with a really good opportunity. Well, he didn't hit the bar last time, did he? He just spanked it over. There's something wrong with his shooting. Who do I think will win the World Cup? Honestly, my tip, my guess before the first round of games was Germany. And seeing how they started against Mexico, I don't think they're going to do anything this World Cup. I agree with what Scholar's just said. It is an open World Cup this year, and I am thoroughly enjoying watching nearly every single game that I can. I'm looking forward to this World Cup. I've been looking forward to this World Cup, but not from an England standpoint up until the tournament, because I didn't think we stood a chance. I thought we'd probably, if we were lucky, scrape out the group. But now watching how everyone's doing, we've got a chance to play, we've got a chance to get through to the knockout stages and maybe even win a knockout stage.
Well, that's not so much an interception as a poor pass.
I'll have the free kick, please, ref. No? Okay. Solanke gets a bit of space. Solanke shoots. He's just too good. Dominic Solanke. I was impressed with Australia in the first game. I think Belgium looked good. Russia looked surprisingly good. Russia do look surprisingly good. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with them. Brazil look lackluster, but Brazil are a team that as long they've got 4 points, I mean they've got a win and a draw, as they're pretty much guaranteed to go through. They're a team that once you get to the knockout stages, that's when they start. France, I don't think France are gonna get past the get too deep into the tournament. They can get 1 or 2 goals. I just don't think they look solid enough as a team. But again, they're another team that once it gets to the knockout stages, sometimes as a unit they turn up. I think it's going to be a European team that wins it this year. Who do I think is the worst team? Saudi Arabia. Unfortunately. Yeah, I think Saudi Arabia are the worst team. I was very impressed with Morocco, how they started the game against Iran and Uruguay, but didn't push on and didn't get that. But impressed by Japan as well. South Korea looked good for the first half and then just succumbed to pressure. Oh, Solanke. Dom, flipping in. This kid is amazing. I'm sorry, security, but they just have not performed. They just have not performed. I'm just being honest, and it's my opinion. That's a lovely finish. Costa Rica also have disappointed me. I expected more from Costa Rica in this tournament. See, Liverpool, this is what happens when you give Dom Solanke games. Who needs Firmino? Who needs Salah when you've got Dominic Solanke? Yeah. Hey, he's still taller than me. I never stopped Bartes though, did it? I mean, Bartes was my height, which was about 5'7", 5'8". So, you know.
He's spotted a teammate and he's got the technique as well as the vision to switch the play.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine, Will. Playing football's always better than watching football. I will say that.
This looks promising.
Oh, and also we're talking about random stuff in football. Vale have made 2 attacking signings. So happy. Oh, nearly. Who do I think is a disappointing team? Argentina. Argentina obviously are going to be everyone's pick for a disappointing team. I think. Germany, if Germany don't, let's put it this way: if Germany don't win their next game, they take Argentina's place as the most disappointing team if they don't win their next game. In my opinion, because the World Cup holders, and they have got a good team. Thoughts on Torreira? Remind me, defensive midfielder from Uruguay. Did you say 5'5"? Is that his height? One attacking midfielder / striker. We got Louis Dodds, who used to be a Vale player 2 years ago. Signed him again. Really good clubman. Really good man. And we signed Ricky Miller from Peterborough. Even a draw for Germany, they'll not qualify. That depends on other results, but they need at least a draw to keep their hopes alive. That's a bad pass from Cunningham, but we're up anyway. Oh no! Let me get my sheet up. Let me make sure I'm actually talking truth instead of actually just sounding like rubbish again. Football World Cup groups and schedule. Right, Germany. Yeah, because Sweden and Mexico both won. So Germany against Sweden. So if they get a draw against Sweden, puts them on 4 points. As long as South Korea beat Mexico, then they'll be okay. Germany would then have to demolish South Korea in the final game. But yeah, Costa Rica are the team that I say are on par with Saudi Arabia with being the worst team that I've seen at this World Cup. Peru also disappointing. No, Group A is finished. The Group A is completely finished. There's no way anything can change on that one. Iran can do a what do you call it, a madness. If Iran could get a draw against Portugal, that would be insane. I thought that was brilliant. No, I'd say Peru was a little bit of a disappointment in the results. I didn't I cut myself off. I didn't finish because I got distracted. Peru played well against Denmark, and I thought they deserved to get a point out of that game. And then against France, they were unlucky. So disappointing in the terms of results rather than actual performance. If that makes sense.
Trying to switch on the attacking power in this situation. Delivered into the box. Time for the defender to clear the cross.
Well, we can wait and see. They've still got a thanks to Iceland slipping up yesterday, they've still got a chance.
Good place to win the ball here.
Oh, well, I thought they were going to finish second. I would have put money on them finishing second. But it looks like it's going to be Denmark and France that go through in that group.
A transfer that we've heard about today is Mesut Ozil. Alan Smith, tell us your thoughts. Ozil has signed for Liverpool.
Well, it's a fairly big transfer figure, £40 million or thereabouts, and I think this lad won't be a
I just can't angle that me crosses where I need them to go. I wanted that to fizz across the 6-yard box. Lovely take by Harrison.
Into the attacking third.
Oh, lovely little knock. Solanke for a hat-trick! Dom Solanke! Gee! He is. Icardi is a big mix. Can I tell you 5 names that didn't go to the World Cup that should go next time? Big names. Are you talking players or are you talking teams? Because obviously big teams, Italy's one of them. Danny Short, thank you for coming join the stream. Hope you're doing well. We're just demolishing Bolton. And with that, I'm going to rest. With Solanke getting that, let's rest him. And let's bring on Foresty. Carroll's going to be playing in a couple of days, so it's pointless bringing him on. Same with Patterson. So we're just going to rotate these around. National team. Obviously, I would honestly say that the big teams, national team wise, that should have gone that didn't go this time. You've got Netherlands, you've got Italy. You've got Netherlands and Italy that I reckon should have gone. Well, let's say Italy should have gone. Netherlands only just getting back to a decent enough level of team. They're suffering from going. They've had their golden generation and now they are really struggling. And I'm just glad to say that our generation of struggles, which is right now, is not as bad as the Netherlands team. So Netherlands and Italy, definitely 2 there. I would even say USA. I would definitely even say USA.
Coming on strong, looking to play their way through now.
That's a great finish from Vela. Yeah, USA are getting to be a big-ish name now. I mean, they've won. Did they win the Gold Cup? They won at all. They either come runner-up or won the Gold Cup. Which is kind of like the African Cup of Nations, but for the North and South America. I think. Chile, yes. Turkey, no. I wouldn't agree with Turkey. And that's just because I don't see Turkey as a big name team. Austria, maybe. No, they only really got Jordi Alba. Austria are a decent footballing nation. I'd put Austria on the same level as Turkey. You know, they're a good team, but not a great team. I think we've actually got a good standard of team in this World Cup.
Dangerous feel to this attack. It's looking good from their point of view. Great tackle.
No. Keep Turkey in because Turkey's your choice. It's fine. I'm just saying my thoughts on the matter. It's fine. No one has mods, Danny, and the more you ask for it, the less chance you're going to get of having it if I do turn around and start having mods. Sorry. It's just the way that we run it. We won't need any more mods until we get to, say, regularly having over 30 to 50 people in chat. Seeing as we average at the minute between 5 and 15, I can handle that on my own. If we ever get to the stage we get between 30 and 50 regular and people constantly keep talking, then we'll look at maybe getting other mods. But at this moment in time, it's pointless asking for it. Good play. Gunnarsson slides it in. Oh, Onima scores! Yeah, I know. That honestly made me laugh when I saw that about USA not because of the Trinidad game. That did make me laugh. But it is one of those. Yeah, Jamaica 2022 would be awesome. If Jamaica got in, could you just imagine they would be able to bring back a Cool Runnings kind of song for it, wouldn't they? I don't need them, Danny. That's the whole thing. I don't need them at this minute because the only reason why I would need mods is to keep an eye on chat. I don't think Usain Bolt would be eligible to play then. Not eligible, sorry. Because what would he be then? He'd be mid-30s? He'd be 36? Would he? Something like that? He would be close, mid to late 30s. So I don't honestly think he would be willing to play. He might be a little bit too old. And anyway, back to that, Danny. I can manage chat on the only reason why I would need mods is to either babysit chat, delete messages, tell people, just keep everything calm. At the minute, we've got and this is a testament to how good you are as a group, as a chat. I don't need it because you're all so well behaved. Well, I say this now and watch you just go and absolutely do something and go do something stupid. But you're all so well behaved, and we can just come in, have a nice, relaxing chat. We don't have that many arguments. We have difference of opinions, but that is all part and parcel of life. Everyone has different opinions and is fully entitled to it. We've absolutely ran rampant on Bolton, and Forestieri comes off the bench to get a goal. Danny, Shrewsbury, maybe. We'll put it on the list for next year. We'll put it on the list for FIFA 19. I'm already set with what I'm doing after West Ham. So I'd already made a promise. Already set on what we're doing after West Ham. So, and then I've got something that I'm going to be getting your opinion on for a potential idea to do for FIFA 19. Well, I'm going to be doing a little recorded series on FIFA 18. Just do a couple of episodes just as a test, see if you guys like the premise of it, and if you do like it, I'll keep it on for FIFA 18, and then we may tweak it into the rules for our career mode for FIFA 19. So we'll see how that goes. But for FIFA 19, I will put. I've got loads of teams that people are suggesting. I've got Rangers down in there. I've got Leeds in the suggestions. I've got Gillingham, Rochdale, Shrewsbury now. You know, I'll put them all to the vote, and I think the only best way I can do it, is to put it all to a vote. Get all the suggestions from everybody in chat as teams and concepts. Like, say we did the lone career mode with Vale and everything like that. So we'll keep our options open for FIFA 19 and see what happens. And the best way I can do it is either put a poll in chat, poll on Twitter and everything like that, and see what we can do. Because I want to try and get the one that's entertaining for me. So I'll come up with 3 concepts that I'm happy with, and then we'll leave the team vote up to you guys. Istvan, if I do a Vale career mode in FIFA 19, it won't be the first one I do on the channel. I would love to do another Vale career mode, but I don't think it would be right for me to start off a new FIFA with the same team as I started off with on the last FIFA. It's like Vale, West Ham, Burton, they're all off the lists for the start of FIFA 19 because we've done them recently. And the team that I'm going to do next, because we're gonna get this one done soon. There will be time after this career mode's done for me to do another quick one. What am I doing after West Ham? Nah, you'll have to wait and see. It's going to be a shorter one. It's probably only going to be a 2-season career mode, but we'll do it quickly. Try to spell Perry-NG. It's Perry-NG. That's it. No, it's not Fulham. You're in the right area of the country, though. And I like how Ricky. I like how you went championship. So you're thinking like I am. Can I challenge you to a career mode showdown, you versus me? What would that entail, Will? What would that mean? Well, Hull are definitely on a bad run of form. Oops, what did I press? Oh, I pressed back by accident. Can I start a co-op season with fans? That's an idea I've had, but I won't be doing it just yet. It's fine. It's fine. I don't mind asking that question. That's one question. That's fine. We drew 2-2. What? Elaborate a bit more for me, Will, because that, to me, I don't understand how that would work. We have challenges in the career, and if you fail, you have to sell your most valuable player or do a forfeit. Now, do a forfeit? Do you mean like... Are we talking like, say... Oh, You're wrong with Millwall, you definitely are. And Millwall are a league... Millwall aren't in the Championship, are they? We're already into the next round of the FA Cup. Oh, we're playing this one. Well, I said I wasn't going to play the next game. We're simming the next league game, obviously. But we're going to have to play this game against Wednesday. And we're going to have to absolutely destroy them. Which means we're going to have to put Forestieri up front. We're going to have to. Stuff happens. I'm hoping for another 6-1. I don't like Wednesday. I know I'm going to get absolutely roasted by Will, but I don't like Wednesday. Good morning, Crazy Peter Gaming. Hope you're doing well. There's some stuff in the pipeline for FIFA 19. I honestly haven't given FIFA 19 too much thought yet, because I'm still enjoying the career modes we're doing on FIFA 18, and I like what we're doing with them. I will be completely honest with you, FIFA 18 has been a very meh game. Don't get me wrong, I've been able to do quite well. I've done so well with the failed career mode. That was an excellent career mode. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Met a lot of brand new people. And obviously being able to do the West Ham again has been brought in some new people. And I hope you guys have enjoyed us relegating West Ham and getting rid of the players from it. The higher rated players, and starting afresh. I hope you've enjoyed that. As I said, there will be an episode up hopefully later on this week of my test career mode for like getting an idea of what's going on for FIFA 19. It's an idea. It probably if you don't like it. Okay, that seems like, I was going to say that goal seems a bit scary. But can I just ask as well, Will, what difficulty were you thinking about playing on? Yeah, it's just a team that I've got friends and people that I know that are United fans, and so I've always heard them talk badly on Wednesday. So that's the reason. That's my reason is why I've never had any affinity towards either of the Sheffields, but Wednesday have always been talked in a negative light in my surrounding circle. So that's why I will always say that if I have to choose between one of the two Sheffield teams to support, it'd be United rather than Wednesday. Oh, by the way, we're 1-0 up. What is this error message? Again, if you've had a cut, if you've heard a cutout in the music, I apologise. I keep getting an error message with Media Player, which is playing the music, and I think it's still running fine because I can still hear it in here. But it just keeps coming through with this very strange error message. It might be an idea for, again, we'll talk about, we'll sort it out. We'll have a chat about this, Will, and we'll see what we may be able to come up with in the future. At this minute, I can't say let's do it like now, because I know that I wouldn't be able to put the time in to do it now. So maybe one for the future. Well done, Fernando. Well, that's the thing, and that's obviously not anything against you, mate, but this is the only time that I get to play this, so I don't necessarily want it to override this, if you know what I mean, because I will need to keep I would need to keep this kind of thing going. And that's my problem at the minute, is that I want to stream more. And I want to do more things while we stream, like maybe bring in a second career mode, or do something like a little challenge or something like that against fans. But I just don't have the time at the minute to do it. Or sorry, I do have a little bit more time nowadays, but I haven't figured out a way to do it properly. And that's what I'm struggling with at the minute. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might as well get into it a little bit deeper than what I was probably going to at the start of the stream. I'm struggling to figure out where to go next with my channel. Honestly, I'm honestly not 100% certain with what I want this channel to be and what to do to go forward, because I could just keep going at this kind of rate and carry on doing exactly what we're doing and not changing anything, and we'll still be the same, and I'll still attract a good number of an okay number of viewers, but I won't be reaching new people. And that's mainly because FIFA 18 has been that bad. I know career mode is not exactly the most entertaining thing for people to watch. They want to see packs. They want to see people going 40-0 in the weekend league, blah, 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 blah. They want to see drafts. They want to see this. They want to see Ultimate Team. So career mode is for the people. Career mode watchers are the people who really want to watch career mode. And that's brilliant, and I fully respect everyone who does career mode more than I respect Ultimate Team, because Ultimate Team to me just gets very samey. And then career mode, you can, again, this is 100% my opinion, I can just think that I could just create so many different ideas with career mode. And without using the same players, because we've seen the Veil career mode, and I put a rule to you guys saying we're not going to use the same players, because it would be easy for me to just go out and get Verratti. Not obviously, I'm just picking the people that we did in the last bit of the Veil career mode. Like, pick up the players that we did in the Veil career mode, or the players that I used in Burton's career mode, because I know how good they are, and can technically cheat my way into buying the thing, whereas where you buy new players every single career mode and then finding a team that works. And again, we're at a stage where this team, I've got a full understanding of how this team works, who does what, who goes where, and who can do, and who can be the spark. And at the minute, the spark is flipping Solanke. And I don't know how to push my... At this minute, I honestly don't know how to push my channel to the next level. Part of me, and I've said this before on other streams, part of me is thinking, do I just move to Twitch? Do I just move my streaming to Twitch and go to a full streaming platform? Because there are benefits for me to going to Twitch with some of the stuff that I can use with Streamlabs and followers and stuff like that. Or do I stick out YouTube and try and then build up another bit of videos that go up in the week? Because me just streaming at weekends and then putting the videos live afterwards does nothing for my channel in terms of YouTube progression. Yeah, there are, and I've tried doing that, Ricky, and unfortunately I am struggling. My PC handles it, but it degrades the quality. I think that is an option to be able to do it, but it's the quality degrades a little bit, and I would rather focus on one, because I could probably try and build up both, and I might end up doing that. I might be the best of both worlds to start off with. But what I would love to be able to do is have another... I thought the game just frozen then. I would love to have another 1-2 videos going up in the week to be able to try and tweak the YouTube algorithm to make my videos higher in the search. Because that at the minute, having just the streams go live on a weekend, yes, it gets a good bit of traction, and I'm thankful to every single one of you that comes in, but it's not attracting newer viewers as well. I want to try and keep it as entertaining for you guys in, but also bring in as many people as we can, so these conversations that we're having become a full-on conversation. We get more people into the chill crowd, we get more people in, and we can start to grow this community, so we all have more people to interact with, because that's the entire thing. And I don't know what's the best around my scheduling and my own limitations with my own mind and everything. So that's what I have thought about. But then the downside in my head, again, this is the downside in my head, Scholar, on that. The downside in my head is that I started here on YouTube, and I would be very I'd be, again, like people are saying, I don't know what to do, because if I do the Twitch streams and then just put the highlight videos, I'm technically neglecting my YouTube audience, and I don't know. I don't know whether to do. I don't know whether to do keep my main career mode on YouTube, and do, if I'm testing career modes, do them on Twitch, and then then we can do some stuff over there that's only on Twitch, and we could also do something that's only on YouTube. Like the main career modes go up in a weekend, but if I get like 1 or 2 hours in a weekend, oh sorry, in a weekday, do like a test stream if I don't want it to be the main channel on Twitch, and that way we can use Twitch for just playing random games rather than it being a full platform for just FIFA, which is what my YouTube channel has effectively got to be. So, and again, these are conversations that go around in my head, and it will be a case of I won't finish one plain thought before switching to another one. So, as we're having a discussion now, and we're getting all the suggestions from you guys in the chat, that's exactly what goes through my head every single time I have this. But I don't know which. One argument won't let the other one finish, so I don't know which is the best, and I haven't. And the way that I always say it is, if I have to really think about it for a long period of time, it's obviously not the right thing to do. When I've made big decisions in my life, it's felt right from the minute I started to think about it. Like proposing to my fiance, I knew when we were talking about it, saying, yeah, I want to spend the rest of my time, I want to get married to you, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. That decision was one of the easiest decisions that I've ever had to make, because it was just there. It was plain simple. Do I want to be with this? Do I love this girl? Yes. Do I want to be with her for the rest of my life? Yes. Okay, let's get married. You know, that's the kind of decision it's going to be. This stuff with YouTube and Twitch, I have not had a single feeling that's gone, yeah, this is right. There's so many positives and negatives to both, and I don't know what's to do to the best. If it ever gets to a stage where I'm honestly stuck and I need your guys' opinion fully to make the final decision, then, as Istvan says, there will be a poll, and there will be a majority vote on what happens. But at the minute, I'm too far away. I can't think of doing a full switch to Twitch or doing something like that until the new game. We may what do you call it? We may just test the waters a little bit by playing about with stuff when we get to this, before we get to FIFA 19, sorry, and then make the final decision then. But at this minute, I don't think we can try it.
Defended well. To Harrison.
What do you do YouTube on Twitch? I don't get what you mean by Raccas pizza.
Still got a bit to do, but this is promising.
I can't have I can't eat KFC, so I like McDonald's more.
Does he want to shoot? Well, the crowd want him to shoot. Crisp defending there.
We haven't done any subs because we were talking for so long. And again, guys, thank you so much for listening to the ramble. I'm sorry if that bored you, but thank you very much for listening to it. I'm allergic to wheat, so the breaded part of the chicken I can't have. So I can't go to KFC because everything in there is breaded.
It's looking good, this move. Real opening now.
Solanke's too good. I'm just saying this. Solanke is too good.
And it's a perfect day for the player. Well, some players
And guys, thank you again. I will say this again. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you for all the suggestions down there, including Isfan. Suggest you create a Facebook page. I have a Facebook page. I just don't post to it. I do have a Facebook page, but I don't post to it. I mean, hang on.
Yeah, the referee's signalling for the substitution to take place now.
I know.
He's going to go on.
Yeah.
He's going to
So
go
I do have a Facebook page, but I just haven't posted to it for a while. Because it's, for some reason, every time, and this is one of the problems that I have. Personally, I hate Facebook. You know, that again, I hate the platform. Look, I just see it as just a nosy ninny's paradise, Facebook. But yeah, everyone feel free to follow. If you want to follow the Facebook, I will try and start posting on there. When we're going live on streaming and stuff like that. Knowing that some of you actually want to see that, I will try honestly and do more. So if you want to follow it now, we will make a conscious effort to try and do more posting on it. I have Instagram and stuff like that, but anyone, if you do follow me on Instagram, you probably get a post a week, probably a post a month. I will try and do more. The reason why I hate Facebook is because, again, it's down to the people that I know who use it and what they use it for. It's like, obviously there's members of my family and people that I know that basically just use Facebook to spy on people, and I completely disagree with that, and use that information to basically badmouth people or use it to their advantage, rather than just using it for what it's there for, with people sharing information about their lives. And that's what I disagree with Facebook. It's not necessarily I disagree with Facebook, it's what people use it for. Really, more than that. Oh, I will get West Ham to the Premier League. We're second at the minute. And we will, I think we're pretty much going to, we're probably not going to go up as champions this year, unfortunately. Because Burnley have been playing well, even though we destroyed them.
He makes that transition happen quickly.
They could pose some danger now. Trying to tackle here, and he's done that.
Well, the main goal for this one is to win the Premier League, not the Champions League. If I get into Europe, then brilliant. But the main goal for this is to win the Premier League. I'm not fussed about the Champions League because we did that with Vale, and that was the main objective for this career mode. 6 shots, 6 on target, 5 goals. Can anyone say easy, easy, easy? So now, who's left in? So Stoke are through, Swansea are through, West Brom are through, Wolves are through. There's not many big teams left in the FA Cup. Both Manchester clubs are out. Liverpool could potentially go out. Well, I think at Everton for the next season. I'll let you know. I'll let you know once I actually see what their team's like. With them having Marco Silva, they should be better this time round. I agree. I completely agree with you, Scholar. How do you get paid? What in what way do you mean that, Crazy Pizza Gaming? How do I get paid? For in what? It's a really random question, mate. I'm not gonna lie. On YouTube, I don't. I do not get paid at all. I earn 0 pennies and $0 from YouTube. I haven't. I think on my entire 5 years on, and it is actually over 5 years now that I've been on YouTube. In my over 5 years on YouTube, I have probably earned about £12 over the 5 years. Exactly. I don't care about earning money. If let's put it this way, if I did this to earn money, I would have quit. If I was doing this because I wanted to earn money, I would have quit long ago and give up. I'm doing this because I'm having a laugh and I enjoy meeting new people like everyone who's in the chat now. You're the main reason why I do YouTube. It's because I'm having a laugh. I can share information and I can have a chat about random things with you guys that I wouldn't be able to have with certain people, with majority of people who I interact with on a daily basis. You know, that's a lunch right there. It is. But if you spent that £12 over 5 years, you know what I mean? It's not much. But yeah, it's what, it's £2 a year? It would get me a Happy Meal. Can get a Happy Meal a year. Couldn't even go large. Oh dear. And again, this is the reason why. Bajud and Shaqiri, no. I'm not playing a. I'm not buying a Stoke player. We're not in the transfer window anyway, so I can't buy anyone. It's just chill. And don't get me wrong. If there gets to an opportunity where I'm still having as much fun and I can earn a little bit of money from YouTube, then excellent. Excellent. I can do. But I'm not, I don't care about that. I do want to try and get myself in a possibility of being able to earn some money, which is why I am honestly thinking about like growing the channel and doing something else, because it would be stupid for me to have put this much time and effort into it and not get a little bit of money out of it. But it's not the first thing on my mind. My first thing on my mind is, am I enjoying it? Is my chat enjoying it? That's it. That's the two main. That looks like I'm holding the L, so I'll go like that, gun finger. Oh no, I might get banned. Hang on, what can I do? There you go. Rock hands. Oh no, people like country music. What do I do? What two fingers do I put up? I put up those two fingers. You know, I'll have those two fingers up. You know, the two things I'm most important about, because I'm not swearing. Look, I've got those two fingers down. I'm not swearing. But yeah, that's the two things am I happy? Is my chat happy? That's what I care about. And that is an awful strip. Did Reading seriously have that strip this year? That is god awful. ugh. I heard Stoke fans have missing chromosomes. A lot of teams fans have missing chromosomes. A lot of them do. But Stoke fans have no brain cells. I'm kidding, Stoke fans. You obviously have brain cells. Just not a lot of them. Goodbye, Crazy Pizza Gaming.
Hi there, everybody. We're in the east side of London today. Our action comes from the London Stadium. Describe it for you, myself, Martin Tyler, and Alan Smith.
Who would want to go and support Stoke, a team that's been in the Premier League for 10 years, when they can go and support Vale, a team that's been in League 2 for God knows, League 2 for the past 2 years and bounced back from League 1. You know, you've got to be missing brain cells if you want to do that, if you're a glory hunter in the area. Come on! I will say, as happy as I am that Stoke got relegated, the local schools around the area are going to suffer a little bit, and that's me being completely truthful, because what the Premier League did for the local schools and getting them involved in sports and coaching and everything like that was brilliant. It's what the Premier League does for the area involved is excellent. They go round, they send, like, Stoke have a bigger grant from being in the Premier League to go round to schools to send their A-level, elite-level coaches round to schools to give them training sessions, where Vale don't get much money from the Football League to go and do that. So Stoke will probably have some more money in the budget from the parachute payment and blah 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 to be able to still do that, but probably not to the extent as what they did. Yes, it annoyed me because more little kids were becoming Stoke fans in the area because of the coaching, but getting more people playing football and taking part in the beautiful game is never a bad thing. They can make mistakes when you're a kid to be a Stoke fan. As long as you grow up a Vale fan when you're an adult, then that's fine by me. Oh, couldn't quite get it in. Well, Wednesday just lost 5-0 to me, mate, so you might want to check that. We took your only good player. Oh, beautiful ball inside Keys! Got a 50-pence head. But, you know, and that's a drawback. And that's something that people don't see. And that's one thing that I think the Premier League doesn't get enough credit for. You know, all this activity they do with going into schools and sending the coaches in and all stuff like that. That's one thing. That's one thing that I would prefer that more clubs did and looked into. Not necessarily clubs, but the Football League itself. So as I said, the Football League's budget, fair enough, there are more teams in the Football League, I completely agree. But it's one thing that they don't do as well as the Premier League. Tries to get it back into Cunningham. Would you like to be quiet? Okay, let's do a mute stream from now on then.
Interesting to see what footwear the teams are going to actually use today now that this rain is coming down. Might have to change what they originally started with.
Yeah, and I think sometimes with the lads wearing blades these days, you do see them slipping a bit more. And it might mean they have to change halfway through this match.
Promising build-up until that challenge. Read the intentions of the opposition there to make the interception. Swift. Keep the ball at the moment. They've got numbers in this attack, and it looks dangerous.
I couldn't do that for too long. It would just annoy me.
Here goes the corner, and they get it away.
You think I'm an annoying Vale fan? You haven't met half of us.
Look very good indeed.
I'm a sane Vale fan. Trust me.
Down. They've lost the ball, and the counter-attack could be there. On the move and able to cut.
Gabriel Zino!
That's super feet there from the player.
Those feet move so quickly.
Tried to slide it in, but Richards with a good challenge.
There is some backup for him in this position. Gets his cross in
Why did that cross not go to Solanke?
for the corner. Short corner designed to move the opposition around in the middle.
Bigger! Get in! Sunderberger!
He is high and mighty with that goal.
Thank you, Robert Williams, for coming and joining the stream. And if Dylan has subscribed, thank you very much, Dylan.
Well, I want to see this again, this goal.
Welcome to the raccoon habitat. Hope you enjoy your stay. We put out fresh leaves every week for you new fellas coming in. Yes, it sounds weird, but I'm weird, so yeah.
And Evan.
But we get a goal with a Sander burger, and just saying burger makes me hungry.
Bodvarsson. Daba.
Yeah.
That's a great interception. Bodvarsson. Here's a chance to attack. Comes in with a tackle. Come back into his own half to get hold of possession here. First touch was poor.
Win that Obita. Good header. I'll have this. Bentner-esque. Oh, he's not on the level of the Lord. Not on the level, the same level as the Lord.
Period of play to add on.
He's not on the level, the same level as Tom Pope though.
Into the attacking third.
Crank that all on the. That's the thing that gets me. Not gets me. The one thing that makes me laugh is I look back at some of the videos that I've done historically, and I started a Grimsby career mode, and I was across the ball in for Scott Vernon. And if don't you know, Scott Vernon's quite a big guy, and he had but the animation of the header was the guy's header was planted. The ball's coming to about here, and the animation took him like this and cranked his head full. It's actually made his head move back like this, so he wasn't even paying attention to the ball. He goes like this, boom, and I just thought it's a bit weird, but it fitted perfectly. So every time he scored a header, I play Soldier Boy, you know, crank that. He's like, you.
The sky's still heavy and the rain's still falling.
Great tackle, Cunningham.
Some potential in this move. Sancho.
Oh, flipping Sancho. Tigris, CSA. Not quite sure what that means. Tigris, aren't they? Are they a Mexican or a Spanish? Are they a Mexican team, Tigres?
Back again from his teammate.
You crank there. I forget the song though. I'm gonna have to listen to that again. Soldier Boy, tell him. It's all I can remember from the song.
Coming forward with some danger.
Big Forestieri penalty ref. He got tripped up. These referees are terrible. Solanke. Oh, straight into Manoni.
Save from him.
Blocking. Oh. It's only an Arsenal reject.
Reading's next game, Alan.
Well, they're playing Cardiff City in the next
How many
match in the
ex-Arsenal
Championship.
keepers are what do you call it, flying around, like not the lower leagues, so to speak, but around the leagues still? I mean, Fabianski's just been signed by West Ham. Manone is at the obviously this career mode. He's at Reading, but he's obviously in England somewhere. Lehman's obviously retired. Ospina should be going somewhere else now you signed Leno.
Sancho.
Or do you think Czech will go somewhere?
Intentions of the opposition there to make the interception. Swift. Turn pass. Now Evans. I like the look of this attack. Bring the ball well there.
Good battling, Harrison.
The attack with real gusto a moment or two ago, but it rather left them dismayed in the end. Good defending. Richard. Evans. Swift.
Well done, Fernando.
Played forward. A bit of menace.
Solanke cuts back when Moore's there.
In quickly.
Oh, great tackle.
Good clean tackle to
Why Yoshida's dropped down the leagues. He's in with Reading now. Both of them. Who would you be left with keeper-wise? Obviously Leno for one,
easy interception.
but who would be your second keeper?
Wasn't really a very thoughtful one.
So who would effectively be your cup keeper?
Good challenge here. Rodvarsen. Striding forward, purposefully. Oh, he's good at cutting.
You know what, seeing as he hasn't played for a little bit, let's bring on Carroll. We haven't played with Carroll for a bit. That sounds wrong.
In the middle of the park.
It's Harrison.
Oh, couldn't find it down the line.
Middle of the field. Leandro Bacuna.
Okay,
Here's a chance.
that's fair enough. Oh, what a bad tackle, but luckily Foyth is alive to that. Looking for Sancho. Oh, lovely 1-2. Oh no, Solanke got the ball stuck between his feet.
Rodvarsen. And Evans. Looking a problem until the clearance was made. Well, they're in a good position here. Rodvarsen.
Well done, Sandy.
The direction of the pass and was able to intervene. The noise
Oh,
levels have gone up even more.
Poop, poop, poop.
The scenario remains the same, the one-goal lead, and we're into the last 10 minutes.
Well, the way things are shaping up, it looks like the home team.
Good block. Good block. Oh, come on.
An opportunity. When you concede a free kick in an area like this, you could be in serious trouble.
That's fair enough.
Three changes, all at the same time. Quite a drastic decision from the
Yeah,
manager.
Zabo.
Completely intercepted. Oh, he's won the ball in his own penalty area. Got to deal with it now.
Brooks looking over the top for Etienne. Swift's there. Oh, Etienne just couldn't get it. Win the header now. Oh, he pinched. Coming under some pressure. Brooks, lovely ball. Solanke. Etienne Jr.
Fantastic game.
Goes back into Brooks.
Go right down to the
Space for Harrison.
It's Harrison.
Going to bring it down and gives it to a beater. No, Harriet's there. We'll have the throw.
On the pitch, he's gone out for a throw. Good strong tackle. Quick
Solanke pinches it. Gives it to Carroll. Carroll gets stopped on the edge of the box by Yoshida. Header by Foyth. Well done, Abita. Carroll. Solanke. Oh, get there, Carroll. Don't matter. We win. We win. 6'6", he's got a good frame. That's the thing with keepers. I always find that if you're a 6'6" keeper, everyone expects you to be a good keeper because you are 6'6" and you are really tall. But the one thing that I find, and again, prove me wrong, the one thing I find with big keepers is they suffer low. They suffer a lot low. And unless, I think the perfect height for a keeper is probably about, say, 6'2", 6'3". Because then you're on par with most of the centre-backs. You're on par with probably 6'2" is probably the highest. So you're on par with most of the centre-backs. You've got a big enough wingspan and leg span to be able to get down. And you can block anything that's kind of in this kind of region. 6'6" to me just seems too tall to be able to get down low quickly enough. Time we're on 10-2. How long have we been going? An hour and 34. Right, we're just going to do a couple of sim games to finish off the stream, and then that'll be it. Canati, you played the last freaking games. Fair enough. Brentford, oh, this is a big game. Brentford then Preston, two massive games. We'll sim these two and then we'll call it a stream. We'll send out the first team for this one against Brentford. Please win. They absolutely destroyed Norwich in the last game. And we lose 2-1, which means they are now level on points with us, but we still have a game in hand. Our goal difference is going to keep us in. We're in for a tough ride through this last bit of the season, you know. This is actually this is cool. Having the sim adds another dynamic to it where we're not always guaranteed, because if we'd have played all these games, we're more than likely we'd be running away with the league. So having these sim games. Oh, we've got Stoke! That'll be brilliant to start the next episode off with. We've got Stoke in the FA Cup. Yes! Right, okay, so now we're going to sim this one. Hopefully our reserve team can beat them. Fingers crossed. Nope, we lose. Our reserve team are rubbish. The sim is just making it more difficult for us. We're in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. We're going against Stoke City. And that will be on tomorrow's stream. So, yeah. Let's have a quick look at the league tables. Let's see where everything's going at this moment in time. So let's have a look at the major leagues around Europe to see how people are doing. We haven't done this season. So in the Premier League, Chelsea are top, 2 points clear. Man City are second, Spurs third, Everton fourth, Man United fifth, Arsenal in sixth. And it would say that it's a two-horse race probably at the top. Bottom of the table, Southampton, Huddersfield and Sheffield Wednesday are currently sitting in the bottom. Oh, we beat Sheffield Wednesday of the Premier League in the FA Cup. So we destroyed them. Interesting. We've got Stoke currently sitting in 7th in the next game. In the Championship, obviously, we're sitting in second place behind Burnley. We've drew 10 games down, and most of them are due to Sims, which is the reason why we are currently sitting in second place. Level on points with Brentford, but our goal difference is superior. So that'll be interesting. We've got to basically, when it gets towards the end of the season, if we're a couple of games away from the end of the season and we need to win, we'll play all of them to make sure that we get the automatic promotion. In League One, Charlton are top and running away with that league quite easily. Bristol Rovers, Exeter, Mansfield, Northampton look like they are going down. In League Two, Bury and Oldham are currently sitting at the top with Coventry in that third spot. Vale currently sitting in 10th with Crewe in 5th. That's a surprise. And we've got Crawley and Newport who could be in the relegation places there. In France, Paris Saint-Germain running away with the league. Do we really need to say more? In Germany, Bayern 4 points ahead of Dortmund, who are then a further 5 points ahead of Schalke. Italy, Juve are top with Roma in second. In Japan, they haven't started yet. Korea, neither have they. Netherlands, PSV are just winning by 3 points over Ajax. Portugal, Benfica top. Rangers are drawing on points with Celtic, and they've got the exact same goal difference as well and the exact same record. Interesting, Scotland's that close, and also Aberdeen in third, only 2 points behind both of them. In Spain, Real Madrid 9 points clear of Barcelona. The title is done. Real Madrid are going to be champions. So guys, thank you very much for watching this episode. We will be starting again tomorrow morning between 9 and 9:30 depending when I wake up. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you've not already. Got any comments and concerns, leave it in the comments down below. And I will see you tomorrow. Tra.